Hi, I'm Brad Browning, relationship coach and author of the X Factor Guide. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to shift the balance of power and make your ex chase you. Now, right now, you're probably assuming that the only way you can get your ex back is if you can convince them to give you a second chance. You probably think that it's up to your ex to decide whether you'll ever get back together or be anything more than just friends. But actually, that's not the case. If you follow the right process, you can flip the situation on its head and have your ex chasing after you. This may sound a bit unrealistic and a bit too good to be true, but believe me, it's not. The most effective means of winning your ex back is making him or her chase you and beg to get back together. Allow me to explain. The first thing you need to do is steal back the power. Whatever the scenario surrounding the breakup between you and your ex, the fact of the matter is that it was probably not something you were happy about. But if you love this person and you want to rebuild a romantic relationship with them, then I'm assuming you were the one who got dumped. Even if you agreed at the time that it was a good idea to break up and spend some time apart, it was probably your ex's idea in the first place, right? Now, at that point in time, when your ex broke up with you, he or she was in a position of complete power. Since he or she made the decision to break up with you, and your relationship came to a halt despite your best efforts to stay together, you were completely powerless. You probably would have been willing to walk 100 miles in a blizzard if it meant your ex would change his or her mind about the breakup, right? In other words, if your ex came back to you, all they had to do was ask, and you would have been happy to go along with it. But now that the breakup is real and that your ex hasn't changed their mind yet, it's time to take back the power and put yourself in a stronger bargaining position. It's time for you to take control of the situation and remove your ex's safety net. By doing this, you'll actually be turning the tables and taking the first step towards making them chase after you. So what's the very best way to demonstrate to your ex that you no longer need them in your life? Well, the best way to do that is by ending all communication with him or her for a period of about 3 to 5 weeks. This period of time is crucial because it'll be totally unexpected from your ex's point of view. They still think they've got you under their thumb at this point, and will probably assume that you'll come running back in a heartbeat if you ask. By disappearing off your ex's radar, you're communicating to them that you're okay with the breakup and that you're ready to move on and replace your ex with somebody new. Now, this may not be true, but it's important that your ex thinks that's the case, because then he or she won't try to call your bluff. As the weeks pass by and your ex still hasn't heard a peep from you, they'll be powerless to stop the feelings of longing and nostalgia from forming. With you suddenly out of the picture completely, your ex will almost certainly begin to miss you miss you badly, and wonder if breaking up with you was a big mistake in the first place. Now, earlier I mentioned that you need to remove your ex's safety net. So your ex may have told you that they still want to be friends and they'd still like to have you as part of their life. Now, why do you think they would suggest that? Well, it's because your ex wants to keep you as a plan B, a fallback option in case he or she decides that breaking up with you was a mistake, or in case the single life is a bit less glamorous than your ex had imagined, and it usually is. But by not talking to your ex for a while, you'll be sending a clear message. Breaking up with you means that he or she is going to lose you completely, and friendship is not an option. You're not going to stick around to be your ex's backup plan, and they won't be able to have you back at the snap of their fingers. Now, if your ex does try to contact you, and they probably will at some point during this period of no contact, then you have another opportunity to show your ex that they're no longer in control. And remember, anytime you talk to your ex, either by text message, phone call, or in person, make sure you're really calm and casual. You want your ex to see that you're moving on, that you're busy with a big, crazy, fun social life, and that there are lots of other guys or girls lining up, waiting to take your ex's place by your side. When your ex sees that you're not fazed by the breakup, or the thought of life without them, they'll begin to realize that the decision to break up with you was a major mistake that has severe consequences. In other words, your ex will realize that they've let you go, and you're not coming back just because they want to give you another chance. In effect, that's basically what you're doing, is removing your ex's safety net and frightening them with the thought of you permanently disappearing from their life altogether. And then the next step is just to wait for your ex to start chasing after you. Because if you've done what I've just described properly, and if your ex has realized that you're okay without them and that you don't want to be their plan B option in case things don't work out, it's extremely likely that your ex will begin to contact you with increasing frequency. Your ex may even try to reclaim the balance of power by throwing you nuggets of affection and talking about past memories that you shared together. Stay strong and don't give in. Sooner than later, you'll find that he or she is actually becoming more and more desperate to get a response from you. As your ex begins to get more and more frightened at the thought of you being gone forever, they'll intensify these attempts to hang out with you and to maintain contact. Lo and behold, of course, then, assuming you've played your cards right, your ex will actually end up chasing after you. They'll ask for forgiveness, tell you the breakup was a mistake, and hopefully ask for another chance. When that finally does happen, you can smile because you've successfully flipped the balance of power upside down and forced your ex to come running after you. Now, unfortunately, the process that I described just a moment ago is usually more difficult and more drawn out than the way I described it in this short video. You may run into unexpected complications. Maybe your ex is dating someone new. Maybe they show a lack of interest when they reestablish contact, and so on. And that kind of thing can leave you confused and wondering what to do next. So rather than fumble around and make a major mistake that could hurt your chances of getting your ex back for good, just head over to my website and watch my free video presentation. The URL is www.breakupbrad.com, and I'll give you some more tips and explain some of the common mistakes and make sure that you don't make any errors that put your ex push your ex further away. So again, the URL is www.breakupbrad.com, and that's where you can watch my free video presentation. And please also like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos coming soon. And thanks very much for watching. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.